What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And in this very special Halloween video, we're going to be reacting to the debut album from Reneé Rapp Snow Angel. I remember a few years back, I dressed up as Ed Sheeran to prepare for the Equals video, and I am still immensely proud of that costume. Like, it's probably the best I've ever put together. While I took a break from Halloween last year on my channel, I decided to go all out this year and dress up as Ken from the Barbie movie.
'Cause I'm just Ken, anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility?
I got out my little washable markers, got a little wig and headband, and I am all prepared for today. And what better artist to devote this video to than Reneé Rapp? It's pleasing that I'm actually going to listen to her today because I've had her on my radar for quite some time. Like, I know that MTV has promoted her a lot, but I had no idea that she originated from Broadway. Yeah, apparently she portrayed Regina George in the Mean Girls musical, replacing a different actress for the show. Eventually, her acting endeavors would take her to the Mindy Kaling comedy, The Sex Life of College Girls. And then she was signed to Interscope Records while working on the show, and that led to her release of her first EP, Everything to Everyone. Like, she's just taken off to the moon, like, damn girl. More recently, she went viral for covering Beyonce's Dangerously in Love on the Jennifer Hudson show, and boy was she giving it. You know you got something special when J-Hud is giving you her cosign. And that leads us to Snow Angel, an album that was released in August, but I wasn't able to give my full time of day. Until now. Before we get into it though, I want to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely YouTube will pick it up in the algorithm, so I thank y'all for that. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell because I could use all the support in the world and it will put a huge smile on my face. A Ken doll smile. That is now all out of the way, and now we're gonna get into Snow Angel. Track number 1, Talk Too Much.
Woke up and you look so cute. Don't think I could love you more. So what the hell does it all mean?
Confronting her feelings about this girl, perhaps.
I'm here again.
Oh, that guitar riff right there. Fuck yeah.
I talk too much.
Ooh, kind of like this little falsetto right there. It's very raspy.
We'll probably have to break up. So I close my eyes while I drive.
It's a little dangerous, Reneé. Not gonna lie.
I know it's crazy, but what if it's right?
I gotta appreciate the backup vocals right there, you know, really making everything escalate like that. Oh my god, I love this right here. Just on the phone, just like rambling, you know, talking nonsense. That's her talking to herself in her brain. Alright, so that was Talk Too Much. I think I've listened to that song before, if I'm being honest, but I totally forgot how it went. And now I'm appreciating it even more. Reneé just seems to be nervous about pursuing this relationship. There seems to be a partner that she really likes, perhaps a girl. And she is just rambling nonstop to them, saying literally all of the thoughts in her brain, and she just can't tell herself to shut up. I forgot just how much rock influence is on this song, with the guitar riffs and the hardcore drumming and like the way the voice is kind of muffled a bit. You know, really gives us a badass energy. I can just imagine her feeling alive on the stage as she's like really entrancing herself in the tune. It's a very funny song, and you could tell that her experience on Broadway was able to come in handy on this tune. Great opening track. Track number 2, I Hate Boston. Perhaps she's a New York sports fan, but let's see.
Still stuck in your high school year, but what
Hasn't exactly matured, I'm getting. I like the cymbal tapping right there. And the drum roll, wow. Ooh, I'm feeling like a little build-up right here. I'm feeling it. There we go. The climax, motherfucker. And there's a little bit of soul right there. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it come through. Alright, so that was I Hate Boston, and yeah, we got some anthemic vibes going on with this one. This seems to be about a lover that Reneé used to date, but now they've broken up, and now she's kind of like associating him with Boston, and every time she goes to Boston, she's gonna think about this person. It seems like a partner or a boyfriend that wasn't able to mature, and that's what led to the end of their relationship. This is a very minor connection, but it does sort of remind me of that line in Happier Than Ever, where Billie Eilish says, "You made me hate this city." You know, not the same level of emotional intensity, but, you know, it's sort of like both girls are associating their no-good ex-partners with a city that they live in. When it comes to the production, I really like how she constructed everything. Like, it really builds up to that climax when she starts singing How'd You Make Me Hate Boston the second time on the chorus. I really like the cymbal tapping after the first chorus, and then we really get the banging of the drums in the second one. Like, yeah, like she's adding layers upon layers, and then we get the huge climax. And her voice is really able to gel with it. Like, she was just going off on those final lines. And then we get the cool down and, you know, the touch of pianos. Oh, everything is so well constructed on this one. I think this one really does hit me just right. Track number 3, Poison Poison.
You're so fucking annoying. You could poison.
You could poison. The verb, and then the noun.
Forgive me, but unlucky for you, I am that bitch.
100% that bitch.
You're the worst person on earth.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a hip-hop influence on this one. Oh man, we got another little sense of humor on this song. I like it. Sort of playing with her vocals right there. Alright, so Poison Poison. That one is sort of an interesting tune right there. She experiments with a lot of sounds. You could hear some rock, you could hear some hip-hop. It's mostly carried by the melodic acoustic guitar. And yeah, she's sort of reminiscing on this extremely horrible ex-girlfriend who would just never shut up. She would always embarrass her in public, always speak badly about her in public. And she was just very nasty to her, from what I'm assuming. That one line, and yes, I'm a feminist, but bitch, you making it so hard for me to always be supporting all women. Jesus Christ, like, to say that your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend is a disgrace to feminism. Like, that is some, like, very harsh words to put on paper. I don't think I would call this my favorite song exactly. Like, it's supposed to be more of a funny song, you know, where she's just, you know, doing all sorts of, like, neat little tricks here and there with the sound. But, you know, it has its charm, you know, just a little bit. Yeah, so we can just keep moving forward. Track number 4, Gemini Moon. Okay, we got a little bit of a slower song this time. Her personality sort of alternates. Oh my god! There's just so much soul in her voice. It's heartbreaking. Wow. There's also this mystifying atmosphere with this one, you know, as if you're like literally standing in the moonlight. Like there's like a haunting vibe to this one, you know, like she has no idea where the relationship is going. Nice little soft ending. Alright, so that was Gemini Moon, and yeah, that one is a bit more of an emotional song. Reneé is singing about how her personality alternates quite a lot, and that can get a little hectic when she's in a romantic relationship with someone. She acknowledges all the hard work that they put into keeping this relationship afloat, and she acknowledges that she needs to do better at appreciating what she has. You can sense that on the line, "You're the driver, I'm the passenger, you're so fucking perfect, how come I'm not feeling more?" You know, she is just like, I really need to put more into this relationship. And she talks about how she could scapegoat the horoscopes, like the Gemini Moon, but really she just needs to be a little bit better at treating her partner. I swear, her and Steve Lacy would be amazing friends, like they're both Geminis. Overall, I appreciate her vocal performance on this song. Like, again, she has a lot of soul in her voice. The backing vocals were amazing. I also really like the guitars. Yeah, there's a lot to appreciate with this song. Track number 5, Snow Angel, the title track. Getting a Mad World vibe from this song. This sounds like something you could ballroom dance to, you know? I hear the drums just creeping in as the violins are plucking. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god, that surprised the fuck out of me. Oh yeah. I feel the emotion come in right now. It's hitting me like a tidal wave, or a blizzard in this case. And then we kind of just cooled down a little bit after that moment of fury. Alright, so, Snow Angel. Now I can see why she titled the album that, because this song was just off the charts. It's so interesting because you could tell that this is one of the more poetic songs on the whole record, you know? It's not exactly straightforward, and it doesn't seem like we understand what's going on until the bridge, where she reveals that a boy broke up with her and now she's just devastated by the whole fallout. The way she just sings with anger on the whole thing, like, wow. Like, the seasons changed, addiction strange. Like, she was fucking pissed at this guy. Oh my god, yo, like, I have never heard so much anger in a song. And it appears that all this anguish is happening during the winter time, and she's telling herself, I'm gonna get through this, you know, keep your head held up, it's all gonna work out, you know, even if you fail, you tried. You can't say you didn't try. But yeah, the way that it started off as this ballroom piano sort of ballad, and then it just goes into rock, this stadium type rock, wow, like, I was just, it hit me like a freight train. Like, let me tell you that right now. I was just so blown away by it. Yeah, oh my god, yo, that took me for a trip. Like, when I revisit this, it's going to be something special. Track number 6, So What Now?
What gives you the right to come back to the city that I live in?
I mean, thank the Lord it's not Boston.
If we run into each other on the streets, and I keep walking.
Yeah, it's always a little bit awkward to sort of like come into the same vicinity as an ex-lover. For some reason that sounds like a sample. I might have to look it up later. This one is really comfortable on the ears, like especially the drum line. And she really is embracing Beyonce on this outro. Let me tell you that. Alright, so that was So What Now? And yeah, this one is a little bit of a funny song too. Reneé finds out that a past lover is in the same city as her again, and she's just kind of in denial of what her true feelings are. She really wants to have a grudge against this person, but it seems like she can't because she's just desperate to receive their call. You know, that's sort of hinted on the line, if I'm missing calls, I'm gonna cry. And yeah, it seems like a song of confusion. I mean, judging by the title, of course. But she has no idea if she should just, you know, avoid them at all costs, or if they should, you know, give this another chance. You can especially sense that with that line, you dumb crusty ass bitch, but I think I love you. Oh yeah, like that I think perfectly sums up what the song's message is. Again, I really like the melodic guitars, and the drum line also pairs wonderfully with it, and the way her vocals just sweep up, like, oh my god, that's an earworm. Yeah, this one is probably one of my favorites so far. Track number 7, The Wedding Song. It was so intricately constructed, you know? You wouldn't believe it. The way it all just kind of really comes together like that, with the guitars and the uplifting vocals. And then the way that her vocals become soft and sweet. I mean, those vocals are taking me to heaven, let me tell you right now. And now it just feels like the paint from the beautiful pictures is dripping downward, you know, ruining the whole masterpiece. Just giving us one last emphasis on the title. Alright, so that was The Wedding Song. And I actually really appreciate how she constructed that one. What's really neat is the framing. She's singing on verse 1 and 2 that, you know, there's this old song that she made for the two of them that would have done great at weddings. And it almost feels like a ballad that she's just singing for her ex-partner on the spot, you know, it's sort of like an acoustic jam. And then when we get to the chorus, it's like we're hearing that recording that she made long ago. At first she's singing very timidly, but then she really lets loose and like really emphasizes the words, raising her volume. On the bridge, she's really letting her frustration out. You know, why'd you have to let all of this go to waste? You know, it could have been something magnificent. And now I have this wedding song that's gonna be of no use. There's no genuine emotion behind this anymore. Like, you made all of this fall to shit. And of course it sounds really good. Like, her voice is piercing like always. And I love how the drums once again make a triumphant entrance, you know, just like on the title track. Oh my god, yeah. The guitars were also really wonderful. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff to find in this one. I like what she did with this song. Track number 8, Pretty Girls. Admittedly, I've also taken a listen to this one, but I have a little stumped memory of what it sounds like, so we'll just get into it.
With your hand between my thighs.
The lo-fi guitar, you know, it's really jamming with me.
So you inch a little closer.
Backing vocals doing some wonderful work. Kind of like those birds chirping, like we're outside and like a nice little sunny day. The keyboard's right there, you know, creating something fluttery. I just really like how fast-paced this chorus is, you know? Very intricate. Oh, and then the drum line play us out, you know? Okay, so that was Pretty Girls, and yeah, that song is still jamming. Frankly, I'm so caught up with the production and the melodies and the composition that I actually have no idea what the song's about. But reading her quote about the song, Reneé is explaining how it's a gay girl experience. It's about girls who think they're straight, you know, having a nice little like exploration of their sexualities, and you know, sort of like seeing how much exactly they like girls. Reneé says it's for girls who are like, I'm not gay, but you know, if I was into girls, you know, it could be you. And she says that in a twisted way. She's kind of flattered by that. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're being told that you're attractive, you know. And I can imagine that's a really nice feeling to have. But once again, you can sort of sense like a little bit of charm on this song. And you'll notice that her vocals are a little more subdued, more relaxed with this tune. What really sells the song is the fast-paced lyricism on the chorus, you know, like the way she just creates all these intricate lines about pretty girls. I like the atmosphere that it sets, you know, almost feels like you're in a bar, just getting close and intimate with someone. Yeah, there's a lot to appreciate with this one. I really like the atmosphere again. But yeah, so much to admire. Track number 9, Tummy Hurts. There's sort of a dreary guitar with this one.
But oh, you always had money to smoke them.
You blew your money on weed, like literally. Oh Jesus Christ. She is fucking pissed again. You know, it pays to have some attractive appearances. Like again, like you can hear the soul just coming out of her voice. Like it's so natural for her. Okay, she's just kind of singing. Alright, so that was Tummy Hurts, and yo, that is such an interesting song, I gotta say. Reneé is sort of reflecting on all the effort that she put into her relationship with this guy, but it all went to shit. Like, he was super irresponsible, like he wasn't making enough money, and the money he did have, he would just blow on marijuana. And now she's just picturing it, like, you know, it's gonna be years in the future where he finds this other girl, and they have kids, and it's gonna come to light that the daughter, it was brutally hurt by the father. Again, it's that like very rough sense of humor that really just gives this album personality. Like you could tell that Reneé was just laughing to herself as she wrote these lyrics. Once again, there's a really good drum line with this song, and I really like the melodic guitar that plays throughout it. Like you could picture her just relaxing on the couch as she's just strumming away, like just belting out these words. Like, it's all very silly. Like, and you could tell that she's very hurt, but again, like, she knows how to, like, put on a silly demeanor for it. So that's very commendable. Track number 10, I Wish. We're just kind of relaxing with the acoustic guitar once again.
Take the last breath right in front of me.
Is she singing about a deceased parent? That's a real possibility.
How old do we get? The colors they change.
The way she just sort of pauses after every single line. That's a choice. Ooh, I hear the touch of pianos right there. Adding sentimentality to the whole tune. Oh, and I think here's some violins too. Wow. Just adding some wistfulness to the whole vibe. Just letting the vocals fly out. Just let it loose, girl. Let it loose. Let it loose. Alright, I Wish. And that is definitely the more emotional track we got in this whole record. This song shows Reneé singing about her abandonment issues. She lost a parent when she was very young, possibly a mother. And then on the second verse, she sings about how she found her dad in a very vulnerable place because his father passed away. And she sings about how is it that the people who helped us live suddenly die, like within like moments. And then on the bridge, she sings about this lover that she has, and she's extremely worried that they're gonna leave her, you know, because she becomes very clingy because she lost so many people that meant a lot to her at a very young age, at the age of 10. There's a lot of pleading in the voice, you know, especially when she just lets the vocals fly out. When it comes to the instrumentation, you know, it's just her acoustic guitar. It's a lot more stripped down in this case. You can hear a touch of pianos, a touch of violins, you know, really adding to the melancholy of the whole piece. With all the humor that we have witnessed on this whole listen, it's really nice to get something that's a lot more, you know, moody, and I really appreciate that coming from Reneé. Track number 11, Willow. Not the first blonde pop singer to have a song with that title, but I digress. The piano sounds like something that's coming from a music box. Ooh. I like the snaps right there. And the layered vocalization right there, you know, something to really catch the ears. Okay, we got a little bit of an R&B type beat right here. Kind of making me jump a little. Ooh, we got the electric guitar on the outro. Oh man, I can't get enough of it. Okay, so that was Willow, and once again we have a pretty emotional track on our hands. This one doesn't seem to have too deep of a message. It's just a straightforward track about wanting to comfort someone in a time of vulnerability. Willow, I'm assuming, is a friend that she has, and she's just trying to comfort her as she's just bawling her eyes out. And when it comes to the sound, it's not too complex. There seems to be a lot of R&B when it comes to the beats. And I also really like the guitars at the end. Like, those really capture the ears right there. And I might be mistaken because Willow is actually referring to the willow tree, you know? She's sort of interacting with the tree and telling it not to cry because, you know, she'll cry along with it, you know? A little bit of a metaphor going on there. But yeah, I don't think I have too much to say when it comes to this song, so we can just move on to the 12th and final track on Snow Angel. Track number 12, 23. She's referring to Michael Jordan. Kind of keep it out the basketball metaphor. Ooh, the layered vocals right there. Something to really capture, you know? Honestly, story of my fucking life, Reneé. Like, I was definitely that sort of person about 4 years ago. Looking to see if they can get lucky. Then we have the electric guitar one last time, paired with the glassy keys. Oh, damn. Wishing herself a happy birthday. Alright, so that was 23. And yeah, once again, for the third and final time, we have a pretty emotional track going on here. Reneé was reflecting on how she's maturing more and more into adulthood, and now that it's her 23rd birthday coming up, you know, she's starting to realize, have I not changed that much? She's hoping that as she gets older, she could care less about what people think and less about her choices, but it seems like that's not exactly happening just yet. And so it creates these convoluted emotions in her brain, like, you know, how exactly am I gonna keep maturing as the years go by? We do sort of end on a hopeful note, you know, saying, I hope by 24 I understand myself more, and my bed is off the floor. It's good that she's keeping her head held up even after the clusterfuck of emotions. The electric guitar, you know, I'm always jamming with it, and I love the keyboard work on this tune also. You can sort of see that humor shining through a little bit on verse 2, where she's like, my exes are like wishing me happy birthday and are you alone? It's like, bitch, you ruined 22 for me. Don't think that you're gonna get some whoopee. Overall, I think it's a very sweet song to end the LP with, you know. You could tell that this meant a lot to Reneé to record. In fact, I'm willing to bet that she wrote or recorded the song right before her 23rd birthday for real. So I see what you're doing there, Reneé. So with that, I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back later once I've given the album a second listen, and I'll give you my final thoughts then. So bear with me. Alright, I am back, and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Reneé Rapp's Snow Angel. I think I know who has a Best New Artist nomination in their future. Honestly, I'm really gelling with Reneé's personality on this record, especially since she knows how to experiment with different genres. She mostly leans into pop rock with the shredding electric guitars and the distinct drum lines, but she also finds a way to dabble with R&B. It wouldn't be bad if she tried more with R&B on her next release. After all, she can really belt the hell out of her notes, adding some soul to her anthemic jams. As for subject matter, it's not too complicated. Reneé sings about her past experiences with relationships, a lot of it from a bisexual perspective. Even though I haven't seen the Mean Girls musical, I can tell she adopted a charming sense of humor with her experience on Broadway. Like, this album actually had a lot of funny lines to offer. One critique I have is that while the sadder songs towards the end aren't bad, I wish that Reneé would have eased us a little more into that phase of the LP, since the album was a little comical up until that point. Also, I think the writing could have been organized a little better on certain songs where the humor does get a bit much. While I do have a few issues, it's clear the main purpose of Snow Angel is to introduce Reneé Rapp to the world and establish who she is as a performer, which of course should be the goal of any debut album. If the music industry had any humanity, it would push for Reneé to have some massive hits and not leave her confined to daytime television. But anyway, my favorite songs would have to be Gemini Moon, So What Now, and I Wish. My least favorite songs would have to be Poison Poison, Tummy Hurts, and Willow. And that ought to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this special Halloween video. I had a lot of fun with Snow Angel. I hope you did too. And honestly, I need to really dig into Reneé Rapp a lot more. While Halloween is on Tuesday this year, I did record this on Saturday, and I hope everyone had a fun holiday weekend, and I hope you're still continuing to enjoy the season. But if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And that's where we're ending it today. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you're able to soak up those drops. Take care.